Like food is the best PED that you're going to be able to utilize,
Yeah.
So whether you're a assisted athlete or natural athlete.
All right. So let's start talking about nutrition and food. Part one, we'll talk a lot about whole foods versus processed foods. And I will go into some specifics when it comes to like choosing protein sources mainly. We'll go into some produce as well too, because I feel like it's very confusing. The fitness industry is already very confusing. I talk to people who are like, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what I should cut out, what macros I should eat, how many calories should I have? Should I buy this? Should I buy that? And it's always changing because you have to remember that people are always trying to market something and they're always trying to get a consumer to purchase something. So it's about being intelligent, making sure that you are doing your own research.
So I think like the biggest idea that we want you to take home is the difference in fueling capacity from whole foods versus processed foods and what the definition of each of those two things is, right? Like food is the best PED that you're going to be able to utilize,
Yeah.
So whether you're a assisted athlete or natural athlete. So there's whole foods, which is not processed at all, right? These are going to be your single ingredient foods like eggs or milk or beef or chicken or fish. Then we have minimally processed foods, which is going to be your flash frozen vegetables, right? And we say this is minimally processed because the one process that it goes through, which is getting frozen, is really just preserving some of the nutrients in these fruits and veggies before they can start to degrade, deteriorate in the, farm to table process. And then there's ultra processed foods, which is going to add a ton of artificial ingredients like preservatives, your extra flavorings, your artificial sweeteners, which we'll get into that a lot more in our next podcast episode, but it's going to add some preservatives to enhance shelf life. They're generally going to be prepackaged. They're going to have longer ingredients lists, and it's just going to be more micro items that can cause certain levels of inflammation in your body that even if it's a tiny little bit, that's 1% that is taking away from your like muscle recovery, right? And if you're training like an animal, sometimes you can't afford that. And we just have to be very careful with what leeway we give ourselves in terms of diet and nutrition.